Hello, everyone. It's February 26th, 2019. It's Tuesday. It's Harp Tuesday. Welcome to this week's episode. It's going to be a short one. I'm pretty tired, but I have something planned for next week instead of 2 weeks' time. I'm just putting the finishing touches on my arrangement of Skyboat Song. I already did 2 episodes about that, and I'll do one more episode just talking about the final steps I did in that arrangement and sharing it with you. And I'm very excited. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. So look for that next week. And this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about using a felt pick for glisses. So the thing about glisses is, for me at least, and I think for most people, where they touch the finger is different than when we normally are playing. So when we're normally playing, of course, we build up calluses, if I can focus here, on our fingers that protect them from the sort of wear and tear of playing the strings. But those calluses are on a different spot than when we gliss. So unless we're constantly playing pieces with a lot of glisses, which I certainly don't, when it comes time, say, to do a bunch of glisses, and for me at least, that's typically, say, playing in a orchestra, or in particular for a musical. Say, there's often all the harp is doing is all these glisses. Your fingers can get pretty sore, especially at the beginning, right? And if it's a short run, then by the time it's over, maybe you've built up these calluses, and just as the show finishes, and by the time the next one comes around, the calluses are gone. So something that you can do is use a felt pick, and this is I finally got a felt pick. This is, I think, like $3 or $4 for 3 of them from Amazon. I think these are ukulele picks, hard felt picks. Let me try again, focusing here. Let's see whether, yeah, there we are. So these are Golden Gate. I'll stick a link down below in the description to the ones I got on Amazon. But again, I think any sort of hard felt pick will work. And I just wanted to show you what it sounds like. So here's a normal gliss with fingers. And now, if I use this pick, I have to practice more with it in terms of getting those turnarounds as smooth as I can make them with a finger. So here's a pick, finger, a little louder. So the louder that you're playing it, I think the more you hear the difference between that finger and between the felt pick. It's not perfect, but I think it can be a really handy thing to just have around if you face that situation of suddenly having to do a lot of glisses and not wanting to, especially loud glisses, not wanting to just have your fingers get super sore. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. As I say, I've got an episode planned for next week, and I have a bunch of other episodes, topics that I want to do as well, but I will mention that I'm always looking for suggestions for topics. So if you have something in mind, let me know. And finally, I wanted to give a shout out to my patrons, because it was basically, I think, almost exactly a year ago that I launched my Patreon site. And I'm just really thankful for their support. And I think this last year was one of my most productive, this last sort of 12 months was one of my most productive years for Harp Tuesday episodes. And that is definitely due to their support. So, and that's an episode I'm going to do as well, just talking about Patreon and creating content online. So in the meantime, I will see you next week. Cheers.